Which day of the week are you most likely to shed a tear?
Probably Monday, because it's the beginning of the week. Or if you like, don't consider the beginning of the week, it's like the beginning of the school week. So it's like, it's like the opposite of Friday.
Exactly. I would say either Monday or Sunday, the two double sad days. But on another note, do you think there's a big difference between the Edgar cut and the London bowl? Or do you think it's primarily like the same haircut between two different groups of people?
Well, because I feel like the Edgar cut, the Edgar cut could be like the bull, except like, because the bull could kind of cover your forehead.
Yeah, you're right. The bowl,
That's the distinguishing
the
factor.
bowl is like
Like a
more like a mop.
dome.
Yeah.
My homie Bryant, uh, he goes to Chico, but he he has long ginger hair, and when it grows out, like it can grow into that shape.
Do you think being a sperm donor is like the ideal side hustle?
Hmm.
Because you just stroke your pockets full of money, of course.
If I can do it from the comforts of my home, put it in a little package,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, that's a business. And you might have to look out for that in the next upcoming generations because, once I get my pockets up, I might invest in that.
I feel like after that, I would feel like it would be such a waste to bust in any other situation that I'm not making money from if I get used to being a sperm donor. But imagine if, like, your kids come to see you in like 20 years and then you have like a giant family you have to look after. Try and finesse
Or you can get the most craziest Thanksgiving football match that this earth has ever seen.
you.
Philip Rivers is halfway there.
Yeah. Wow.
It'd be even worse if like you go out dating and then you go and introduce it and you're like, this is your cousin. It's like,
Yeah. It's like they both have the same like birthmark. And then they're like,
they both have the same. That is
yeah,
crazy. I got me.
that would be wild.
That's an Alabama.
Imagine rather walking across your hall than going into town. It's wild. But when it comes to like Labradors and Chihuahuas, which one do you think is born with more guilt? Because they both kind of carry an air of guilt to them.
What's the Labrador? Which one
Like
is that
the
one?
dog.
Is it like the mop one?
Nah, it's like the basic dog. Like if you close your eyes,
Mm-hmm.
you think like a medium-sized regular dog. It's
Okay, I
probably a
get you. I
Labrador.
get you.
Like chocolate labs,
Mm,
stuff like that.
probably the chocolate labs. Yeah, because the Chihuahua, to be honest, like Chihuahuas, they're kind of cute sometimes when they're not yapping.
Exactly.
And like, if you could get a Chihuahua that just doesn't yap, then I'm telling you, you gotta hold on to that. Like,
Feel bad for the yapping ones. You know, there's a reason they're yapping like that.
are you crying for help?
Oh no, they can't speak.
Yeah, I never thought of it like that, but
Yeah.
but yeah, the squeaky wheel gets the grease, but it's like you're a dog and you're trapped, and people just hear you scream.
That would be a billion-dollar idea as the dog translator. I feel like
You a squirrel translator would go hard.
I feel like if we translated squirrel's speech, they would just be like planning a big plot to take something over. You know, they're always like running around frantically, collecting things and running up trees. And they'd probably be like taking over the house on the left at 12 o'clock midnight.
Like sometimes I'll stare at a squirrel and it'll blink my name in Morse code, and I'm just like, hmm. Now what do I do with that information?
Yeah.
That's why just sometimes you gotta question the government. Just like these birds. Tell me why there's no birds when it rains.
Yeah, where do the birds go when it rains?
Because they can't get wet. Because they're robots. When do you see dead birds? They're always
I see them on
planted.
the beach a lot,
There's
but that's only
planted.
because it's wet. Oh my god. What
Oh
the
yeah.
fuck?
The water in the beach in the ocean, yeah. There in San Diego, back in my hometown, there was a washed up whale. Why? I don't know. But it was also on the beach.
Something about the beach. Very confusing. But in the eyes of Jordan, how many pregnancy scares do you think it takes to join the Church of Scientology? Has to be a, I don't know, has to be a good amount.
I think, well,
For some people, maybe just one.
I mean, you can argue that it's one, but how about it's until you prove that it's not, until you prove that it is, like a pregnancy scare.
Yeah.
And it's not a long streak. Like you can go a long streak without it, but then once you do, like okay, but if you haven't, then I'm telling you, because they be capping, they be capping. I remember they're like, yeah, Plan B doesn't work 100% of the time, and then in my bio class in high school, they're like, Plan B is hormones that enable like they basically start the period again, and it's like okay, so that means it's like it's 100% guarantee, But of course, it has side effects because just you go through it.
Why don't women just stock up on steroids? It's hormones. Oh,
What
what
if?
if, you know what women should do?
Hmm.
They should get all in one like friend group of women. They should all throw money together to pay a lab chemist to make them a life supply of Plan B so they can stop taking it whenever they want and they never have to pay the CVS price.
Yeah, well, it's because if you take a bunch of Plan B, like you take a bunch of hormones, your body changes, and sometimes that could happen for the worse. And like maybe in the future, when you are trying to get pregnant after taking Plan B so many times, um, you'll have difficulties um, actually going through that process.
Oh,
So yeah, that's why you shouldn't maybe do that. Take a
ooh,
bunch.
you're right.
Oh, maybe like cautious about that a little
Yeah. Your baby will come out as a Schmeagle.
bit.
Schmeagle.
Eagles, crazy. My friend, he told me a story. He was like, oh, it's crazy. He told me this like just a weekend ago. Um, he was like, in high school, he had a homie, and his girl got pregnant, and like he got his girl pregnant, but what was it? But yeah, he was getting ready. Like they found out late, but he was getting ready like to be a father. You know what I'm saying? All that stuff. And then all of a sudden, like she sends him, like she sends him a picture. Like she goes to the bathroom, she sends him a picture. It's like a dead fetus, and
Was she drinking that nail polish remover to get the baby out?
like they were still partying and stuff. Like they didn't know until like late. She was
Oh,
like, "Oh shoot, I'm pregnant." After all that stuff, and then and bro was ready to commit to being a father. So like, shout out to him because he was really ready about to step up his game, change his life. But then as soon as he wasn't, he was like, "Oh shoot, he's back on his bullshit, back in this on this player shit, pimp shit." But
at least that kind of experience will mature you real fast and, you know, get you ready for the unexpected.
facts.
It's like preparing for a tornado and getting a bunker ready. But then the tornado never comes, and now your house is fine, and you have a nice, chill basement to survive anything.
So in Baltimore, are there tornadoes?
Nah. But there have been, like, I think there have been on the Eastern Shore. I think I remember there have been tornadoes, but it's super rare. I think just super every now and then, because Maryland is like in between all of the really cold and really hot states. So the weather's so bipolar. It's like one day it's snowing, 4 hours later it's like sunny, shining and 65, and then by nighttime it's like 30 degrees and raining.
So it snows
Yeah.
in Baltimore.
We've had some really bad snowstorms. I think 2009 was the worst um, crazy snowstorm. But I think that was the whole East Coast that had to deal with that, except for Florida. They're balling. They're swamp living.
Lucky this time.
Yeah.
Floridians.
Would you rather smoke 4 cigs a day for the next 20 years or breathe in nothing but fifth floor air for the next 35 years?
This fifth floor air. Honestly, I'll take the fifth floor air just because the fourth floor air musty as fuck.
Yeah.
And the sixth floor air smells like cheese, bro. It smells gross. I think like the fifth floor has the best smell so far, at least better than the fourth and the sixth floor.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
I rarely go to the sixth floor, but I feel like maybe it has something to do with fourth floors being cursed. Like, you know how I think it was China where like they don't put like fourth floors on buildings.
Really?
So it will like skip, be like 3, 5, 6.
What?
So, and honestly, a lot of bad and like unfortunate random events do happen to a lot of the fourth floorians. But yeah. Is there anything else you'd like to speak about before we end the interview?
Um, play Fortnite. You gotta get yourself a team. Get yourself a good team. Get yourself some mats, weapons,
Yeah.
and go get yourself a victory royale.
The Soldier Boy outro. All right. Thank you so much.
Sure, appreciate it.